How does the Dutch Defense Stonewall Variation transpose to other openings? Have you ever wondered how the Dutch Defense Stonewall Variation can shift into other openings? Let's break it down in a straightforward way. The Dutch defense begins with the moves 1, d4 followed by f5. This opening allows black to challenge white's control of the center right from the start. The Stonewall Variation specifically comes into play after the moves to g3, 3, and f6, for bg2, 5, nf3, 6, d5, 7, c4, 8, c6, and 9, 0, 2. This setup creates a strong pawn structure for black. In the Stonewall Variation, black focuses on building a solid pawn center with pawns on d5 and e6. This formation can sometimes resemble other openings based on white's responses. One potential transposition occurs to the Slav defense. If white plays c for early and black responds with c6, the game can start to mirror the Slav defense. This happens especially if white captures on c for and black recaptures with bxc4. However, the Slav defense usually has a more flexible pawn structure. Another possibility is a transposition to the queen's gambit. If white plays c for and black responds with dxc4, the game can take on characteristics of the queen's gambit. Yet, the Dutch defense's f-pawn and black's kingside development set it apart from the typical queen's gambit positions. There is also a chance for a transposition to the king's Indian defense. In some lines, if white plays d5, which is less common in the Stonewall setup, black might respond with e5. This could lead to positions that resemble the king's Indian defense. Still, the early f-pawn move and white's g3 setup keep it distinct from that opening. For players using the Dutch Defense Stonewall Variation, being aware of these transpositions is helpful. Understanding how these openings can shift allows players to respond effectively to white's moves. When building a repertoire around the Dutch defense, recognizing these transpositions can influence strategic decisions during the game. By grasping the basic principles of each opening, players can navigate their games with confidence and adaptability.